Hello, Immortal News family, and welcome back to our channel. In the last 24 hours, we have received the somber news of the passing of extraordinary talents, and today's episode is dedicated to honoring their memory. Before we start, we kindly ask for your support. If this video or the legacies of these remarkable individuals have touched your life, please consider giving this video a thumbs up as a sign of respect and remembrance. Thank you.
Number 12. Patti Aster, a vibrant figure in New York City's downtown art scene, passed away at the age of 74. Aster's life embodied the rebellious spirit of the East Village, where she championed underground movements and emerging artists. Aster's journey began in Cincinnati, where she trained as a ballerina. However, her thirst for adventure led her to New York City, where she embraced activism and anti-war movements. Upon returning to the city in the mid-70s, she found herself immersed in the punk and new wave scene, collaborating with artists and filmmakers. Aster wasn't just drawn to the art, she actively participated in it. She appeared in experimental films, with her most notable role being Virginia in the iconic hip-hop documentary Wild Style. This character mirrored Aster's real-life role of bridging the gap between the downtown art world and the burgeoning hip-hop scene. Her influence extended beyond the silver screen. In 1981, Aster co-founded the Fun Gallery, a pivotal space that showcased the work of graffiti artists like Jean-Michel Basquiat and Keith Haring. The gallery became a cultural hub, attracting both uptown art enthusiasts and local youth. Patti Aster's legacy lives on through the artists she championed and the movements she embraced. Tributes to Patti Aster. Number 11. Dale Bose, beloved lunchmate on Channel 4's Steph's Packed Lunch and aspiring geography teacher, passed away at the tender age of 28. Known for his vibrant presence and indomitable spirit, Dale graced the daytime television scene in 2023, leaving a lasting impression on viewers and colleagues alike. Battling incurable synovial sarcoma of the left lung, since 2021, Dale faced his diagnosis with unparalleled courage, undergoing extensive treatment while continuing to engage with life and television with unwavering positivity. Steph McGovern, the show's host, expressed her deep sorrow on social media, remembering Dale as a source of wisdom and joy, even amid his intense cancer battle. Dale's candid discussions on the show, especially about his personal journey and views on assisted dying, offered a profound insight into his character, one marked by bravery and advocacy. Though Steph's Packed Lunch concluded in December 2023, Dale's heartfelt farewell to the show and its audience underscored the profound impact of his participation. As an individual, Dale's early years were filled with happiness, leadership, and a penchant for pranks, traits that endeared him to all who knew him personally and through the screen. Survived by friends, family, and a community of viewers, Dale's legacy is one of resilience, joy, and an unyielding zest for life, inspiring many in the face of adversity. His advocacy for assisted dying for terminally ill individuals remains a testament to his empathy and courage. Tributes to Dale Bose. Number 10. Mr. C, a towering figure in the hip-hop community, passed away at the age of 57. His contributions to the music industry, particularly his role in launching the careers of luminaries such as Big Daddy Kane and the Notorious Big, solidified his legacy as a key figure in defining the sound and direction of hip-hop music. Born and bred in Brooklyn, New York, his passion for music and unquestionable talent on the turntables propelled him to become one of the most acclaimed DJs and producers of his generation. Despite personal problems and public scrutiny, his dedication to his art and ability to identify and develop new talent remained unwavering. His work on legendary albums like Ready to Die demonstrated his imaginative approach to music production, as well as a thorough understanding of the genre's origins and possibilities. Mr. C's influence went beyond the studio. He was a renowned radio personality whose appearance on the airwaves provided joy and inspiration to countless listeners. Tributes to Mr. C. Number 9. Dan Wallen, the iconic music scoring engineer who brought life to classic film scores like Spartacus, Bullet, and Out of Africa, passed away at his Hawaiian home at the age of 97. Wallen's talent behind the mixing console earned him not only the respect of Hollywood's A-list composers, but also 2 Oscar nominations for Best Sound and an Emmy win for sound mixing on the Academy Awards telecast. Throughout his impressive 6-decade career, Wallen's expertise graced over 500 films, including Bonnie and Clyde, The Way We Were, Saturday Night Fever, and Seabiscuit. His contributions to television were equally remarkable, with credits on renowned miniseries like Roots and Lonesome Dove. Composer Michael Giacchino, a frequent collaborator, described Wallen as a genius who not only possessed exceptional technical knowledge, but also held a deep understanding of orchestral music. Giacchino credited Wallen for significantly improving his own skills through his insights and guidance. Born in Los Angeles in 1927, Wallen's life journey included serving in the Navy, working in live radio, and eventually becoming Warner Bros.' in-house music engineer in 1965. There, he played a pivotal role in shaping the sound of countless films, collaborating with legendary composers like John Williams and Elmer Bernstein. Wallen's philosophy on recording emphasized capturing the essence of the entire orchestra, rather than solely focusing on individual sections. This distinctive approach undoubtedly added another layer of depth and richness to the soundtracks he mixed. Dan Wallen leaves behind a legacy of excellence that will continue to inspire generations of music creators. Tributes to Dan Wallen. Number 8. William James Byron, an American Jesuit priest celebrated for his transformative leadership in academia, passed away at the age of 96. His legacy is defined by his enormous impact on higher education, since he was president of the University of Scranton and the Catholic University of America. His unique approach resulted in significant development, academic breakthroughs, and the strengthening of community relationships. He was a social justice advocate, instilling ethical values in business education and highlighting firms' societal duties. His scholastic work, which includes multiple volumes on spirituality, ethics, and leadership, continues to inspire. Aside from his administrative achievements, Byron was admired for his pastoral care, which exemplified the Jesuit objectives of service and education. His dedication was honored with various honorary degrees and prizes, demonstrating his lasting impact on Catholic education and beyond. Tributes to William James Byron. Number 7. Trumpeter Bob Lenise, a beloved figure in the German music scene, passed away at the age of 82. Born and raised in Cleveland, Ohio, Lenise was a talented musician who found his greatest success across the Atlantic. Lenise's passion for music began in his hometown, where he honed his skills on the trumpet. After earning a degree in music education, he served his country during the Vietnam War while performing with a renowned military band. Following his discharge, his career took a pivotal turn when he moved to Europe. He landed a coveted spot with the prestigious NDR Big Band in Hamburg, Germany. It was there that he began collaborating with the legendary James Last Orchestra. In 1972, he joined the Last Band as their lead trumpet player, a position he held for the next 3 decades. Bob Lenise's soaring trumpet melodies became a signature sound for the James Last Orchestra, which achieved international fame. Beyond his work with Last, Lenise was a prolific session musician, collaborating with numerous German band leaders. He also released solo recordings and led his own ensemble, the Downtown Big Band. A dedicated educator, Lenise fostered the next generation of musicians throughout his career. Tributes to Bob Lenise. Number 6. Australian journalist Nathan Templeton, a familiar face who brought us the latest news down under, passed away unexpectedly at the age of 44. Templeton's career began like many local news anchors here in the States. He started at Network 10, where he became a regular on their morning show and reported for their evening news program. In 2012, he made a network switch, similar to how some favorite sportscasters here jump teams, joining the 7 network as their go-to sports reporter. He even covered major events like the Australian Open, which is like our own U.S. Open tennis championships. A big break for Templeton came in 2016 when he landed a prime spot on Australia's popular breakfast show, Sunrise, similar to our own Good Morning America. He became a trusted source for news in Melbourne, and viewers appreciated his ability to fill in as a sports presenter, too. His dedication even took him to major international sporting events, where he interviewed athletes poolside for the 7 network, just like our own reporters do during the Olympics or World Series. Sadly, Templeton's time with Sunrise came to an end in November 2022. Nathan Templeton was a devoted family man, leaving behind a wife and 2 children. Reports indicate he suffered a medical episode while walking his dog near a river in Geelong. Australian colleagues and viewers, remembering him for his professionalism, friendly personality, and passion for journalism. While he may have been an Aussie reporter, his dedication to the craft is something everyone here in the U.S. can appreciate. Tributes to Nathan Templeton. Number 5. Ted Tolleman, the visionary founder of the Tolleman Formula One team, passed away on April 10, 2024, in the Philippines at the age of 86. Tolleman's team, active from 1981 to 1985, provided a launchpad for the careers of future racing stars like Ayrton Senna. Before entering Formula One, Tolleman established himself in British racing circles. His team challenged conventions and brought a different perspective to the sport. While Tolleman's team never reached the top podium, it left a lasting mark by nurturing young talent. Tributes to Ted Tolleman. Number 4. The world of theater lost a shining light on April 10, 2024, with the passing of Italian actress Paola Gasman at 78. Gasman's family history reads like a Hollywood dynasty, generations dedicated to the stage. Unlike some actors who jump between film and television, Gasman's true passion was the theater. Imagine a world-class actress who focused solely on captivating audiences live on stage. Early in her career, she collaborated with a director like a legendary Broadway giant, touring internationally in a production like Hamilton. Gasman wasn't afraid to take on challenges. She even performed alongside her father, a superstar in Italy kind of like Marlon Brando, and her longtime partner, another big-name actor. Together, they explored both dramatic and comedic plays, leaving an undeniable mark on Italian theater, similar to the impact founding families have had on America's prestigious acting institutions. Beyond acting, Gasman even wrote a memoir about her extraordinary family and career, Tributes to Paola Gasman. Number 3. Movie lovers around the world are mourning the loss of Spanish director Haime de Arman, who passed away on April 9, 2024, at the age of 97. De Arman's films captivated audiences for decades, earning him international recognition. Imagine a creative powerhouse who started as a writer for award-winning plays and popular movies. That was de Arman. In the 1960s, he took the leap to directing, tackling comedies, dramas, and everything in between. His 1971 film, My Dearest Señorita, was a major hit, even getting nominated for an Oscar, kind of like a Spanish Tootsie. De Arman wasn't afraid to delve into complex issues. His movies explored sensitive topics like forbidden love and societal pressures. 2 of his films, My Dearest Señorita and The Nest, even scored Oscar nominations, proving his international influence. He wasn't just a big-screen director, though. De Arman also found success on television, directing and writing for shows that kept Spanish audiences glued to their seats. Even in his later years, his passion for storytelling burned bright. He returned to filmmaking in 2008 with 14 Fabian Road, proving age is just a number when you have a vision. The Spanish film community is remembering Haime de Arman for his dedication to his craft and the unforgettable stories he brought to life. Tributes to Haime de Arman. Number 2. The music world is mourning the loss of Dieter Rexroth, a giant in the field of classical music, who passed away on April 9, 2024, at the age of 83. Rexroth dedicated his life to promoting and understanding classical music, leaving a lasting impact across Europe. Imagine someone who wore many hats in the music world: composer, conductor, music historian, and even festival director. That was Rexroth. He started his career studying music from every angle, then went on to lead major orchestras and festivals in Germany. Think of him as a curator for classical music, introducing audiences to new and established composers through festivals like the Young Euro Classic, specifically designed for young orchestras. Rexroth wasn't just passionate about performing music, he was also passionate about understanding it. He wrote extensively about famous composers, from Beethoven to contemporary artists. His books and articles helped music lovers appreciate the depth and history of classical music. Tributes to Dieter Rexroth.
Today's top headlines. News 1. Hollywood actress Olivia Munn has courageously shared her breast cancer diagnosis, revealing that she has undergone 4 surgeries over the past 10 months, including a double mastectomy. The 43-year-old actress shared her journey on social media, hoping to inspire and support others facing similar battles. Despite a negative cancer gene test and a normal mammogram earlier last year, Munn's proactive approach to a risk assessment for breast cancer led to the discovery of an aggressive cancer in both breasts. She credits her doctor's decision for a comprehensive assessment as a life-saving intervention. Munn emphasizes the importance of risk assessment for women and expresses gratitude for the support from her partner, John Mulaney, and their son, Malcolm. Her story highlights the critical nature of early detection and the challenges of navigating a cancer diagnosis. News 2. Christina Applegate has shared a deeply personal update about her battle with multiple sclerosis on her Messy podcast, revealing her struggles and the impact of the disease on her family life. The 52-year-old actress candidly discussed the heartbreak of feeling like a burden to her family, particularly her 13-year-old daughter, Sadie. Despite managing to walk 9,000 steps without her cane during a trip, she faced a significant setback, leading to prolonged periods of rest. Applegate expressed the emotional toll of not being able to participate in everyday activities with her daughter, highlighting the moments of sadness and isolation that accompany her diagnosis. Her openness aims to connect with others facing similar challenges, offering support and understanding within the MS community. News 3. Bruce Willis was recently spotted on a rare public outing in Sherman Oaks, California, amidst his battle with dementia. Dressed casually, the beloved actor was seen as a passenger in a car driven by an assistant. Meanwhile, his wife, Emma Hemming Willis, shared their heartwarming love story on social media, recounting their first meeting through fitness expert Gunnar Peterson in 2007. Describing Bruce as charming and funny, Emma expressed how quickly they connected. Married in 2009, the couple shared 2 children, Mabel and Evelyn, while Bruce has 3 older daughters with his ex-wife, Demi Moore. The Willis family continues to navigate Bruce's frontotemporal dementia diagnosis with grace, sharing their journey and supporting each other through this challenging time. News 4. In a touching update to a case that has deeply affected many, the search for 19-year-old Dylan Rounds, a young farmer who went missing in 2022, has reached a significant milestone. The discovery of what is believed to be Dylan's remains in a quiet area of Utah brings a moment of reflection for all who have followed his story. This development follows after James Brenner, the individual charged in connection with Dylan's disappearance, guided authorities to the location in Lucin, a peaceful community distant from the city's busyness, as part of an agreement. This finding brings a sense of poignant closure to Dylan's family, who have been longing for answers. Dylan, remembered for his last conversation with his grandmother before he went missing, was a beloved member of his community. With personal items previously found near Brenner's residence, this discovery is a step toward healing for Dylan's family and friends. As the community comes together during this sorrowful time, the resolve to honor Dylan's memory by seeking justice continues, hoping to bring comfort to his loved ones in their time of profound sadness.
Number 1. The world of space exploration lost a pioneer on April 9, 2024, with the passing of Soviet cosmonaut Vladimir Aksyonov at the age of 89. Aksyonov's dedication and bravery helped pave the way for future space travel. Aksyonov wasn't your typical astronaut. He began his career as a civilian test pilot, flying on specialized aircraft and enduring simulations of weightlessness. In 1973, he joined the Soviet space program and trained rigorously for spaceflight. His talents were called upon for 2 historic missions. In 1976, he served as a flight engineer on Soyuz 22, spending a week in space capturing valuable photographs of Earth and the Moon. 4 years later, he returned to space aboard Soyuz T2, successfully docking with the Salyut 6 space station. In total, Aksyonov logged over 11 days in space, helping to advance humanity's understanding of space travel. Following his retirement from the cosmonaut program, Aksyonov continued to serve his country in various leadership roles. Tributes to Vladimir Aksyonov.